Celebrity model Emily Ratajkowski has enjoyed a career almost as jaw-dropping as her looks, from blurred lines, to Vogue, to the runway and the big screen. But there's a lot more to the woman behind the pretty face. Here's why Emily Ratajkowski is still turning heads. It appears that Emily had quite the international upbringing. The model and actress is Polish-American, but thanks to her Irish roots, she also spent summers in Ireland as a kid. She told The Independent, "I absolutely love Ireland. It's one of the most beautiful places on earth, and I have strong ties here. Both my grandmothers are from Ireland." Even so, Emily told Vogue Italia that she identifies as a, quote, simple Londoner who grew up in California. Born in the UK to American parents, Emily spent her first few years in London, later moving to San Diego, California. She may have roots all over the world, but she told the outlet she's 100% stars and stripes. Emily came by her love for the arts honestly, revealing that she's been attracted to performing ever since childhood. She told Vogue Italia, "I come from a family of artists. My mother is a professor of English literature and is a very good writer, while my father is a painter. So perhaps, yes, it was in my blood."
My dad was actually my high school art teacher.
Then again, while she has always been creative, she claimed that there was a time back in the day when she wanted to be a firefighter. She added, "I was and am a person who likes to change my mind."
I'm an only child. My parents made me do I had soccer, ballet, piano, theater.
Emily also chalks up her love for beauty products to her DNA, telling Glamour, "I think it comes from my dad being a painter and me going to art school. My husband calls it finger painting when I do my makeup. It's like my own personal canvas."
I love eyebrows. What's that saying? Don't let anybody with bad eyebrows tell you shit about life. I feel that way.
Emily has shown her talent for acting and modeling, but she's truly a multifaceted artist. Even her hobbies indulge her creative side. The actress enjoys drawing when she has some downtime, telling Vogue Italia, "When I sketch figures and shapes, it seems as if time stands still, while reading relaxes me and keeps me grounded in reality."
Who's your favorite artist of all time?
John Ratajkowski.
What's your favorite painting of all time?
Anything by John Ratajkowski.
Still, her busy schedule influences the kind of literature she consumes. She told the outlet, "Since I travel a lot, I prefer collections of short stories like All by Myself by Lori Moore. It is a very honest female perspective that I think everyone should read." Today, Emily is almost as well known for her staunch feminism as she is for her career. In 2018, she and friend Amy Schumer were arrested while protesting then Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh, who was accused of misconduct by 3 women, according to CNN. But her strong feminist viewpoints aren't a recent addition to her persona. Instead, Emily says these roots go way back. She told Office magazine, "I was really young. My mom was an academic and she was always talking about feminism."
I think I realized that I'd always been a feminist but hadn't known the word when I was 12.
The actress and model is adamant that her looks and career don't make her any less of a voice for women, and she's tired of feminism being policed. She added, "The whole idea of feminism is liberation and doing whatever the you want. If a woman still feels empowered, we should never reject her."
It's all about women doing what they want, when they want, and not having to take flack from anyone.
In large part due to her strong feminist views, Emily didn't have any issue with her appearance in 2013's infamous video for Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines. The seemingly scandalous concept that launched 1,000 parodies would catapult the young model to superstar celebrity status, but it would also become a point of contention for her. She told Esquire after the video's release that she didn't agree with those who claimed the video was demeaning toward women, saying, "On the surface level, the women dancing, I understand that can be perceived that way. But we're directed to have a sort of confidence, a sarcastic attitude about the whole situation. I think it's actually celebrating women and their bodies." Even though Emily's career seems to have been blessed at every turn, her early success didn't necessarily translate to happiness. In spite of her traditionally stunning looks, Emily has often struggled with her self-esteem. She admitted to Glamour, "I have days when I literally cannot look in the mirror because I am sick of myself. I don't like how I look, or I want to change certain things about myself. We are stuck inside one body. We can't see ourselves, and we have no perspective on it."
So you might be looking at someone and thinking oh, they have everything I want, and they're thinking the same thing.
She went on to claim that no one is immune to feeling insecure and confessed that she doesn't always feel great about her body. She told Elle magazine, "I think it's all relative, and I think that everyone can be critical of their body. It doesn't matter what you look like on Instagram. I think that confidence isn't something that comes from what you see in the mirror. It's about how you feel, as cheesy as that sounds." Emily landed her first major acting role with 2014's Gone Girl. While acting hasn't been quite as lucrative as modeling has, for the actress, the transition from runway to screen wasn't as jarring as one might expect. Far from simply fulfilling a childhood dream, Emily's acting career was something that she had always planned for in life. And modeling provided her a gateway to her true passion. She told Office magazine, "I started acting before I was ever interested in modeling. Growing up, I was a total theater nerd. I just lived and breathed acting. And then like someone told my parents, she should try modeling. It's a good way to get her foot in the door." Of course, my mom was like, "No." But I eventually went to LA and got signed to an agency. Modeling just happened to take off first.
I've been working in this industry. I signed with Ford when I was 14. So like, it's a long journey.
Though she initially studied visual arts at UCLA, Emily dropped out to pursue her modeling and acting careers. Even the most glamorous models and movie stars sometimes confront feelings of inadequacy. But when she's feeling less than great about herself, this girl has learned how to handle it. She revealed that self-confidence is something that takes practice and that it doesn't always come easily, telling Elle, "Give yourself a break. This is a message that's super important to me. I feel like women, and young women especially, are just so hard on themselves and constantly comparing themselves. I don't know if I see that as much with men, certainly not physically."
I'm just like dealing with low self-esteem and like,
I want to punch you right in your dumb face right now.
Admitting that it's key to aspire to be your best self and to crush your goals, she added, "It's important to realize we're human beings, and you're not always going to be all the things that you want to be in every given moment." You'd think that keeping fit and healthy would be a top priority for a model, but Emily hasn't always had the best habits when it comes to wellness. Fortunately, that has changed. She told Birdie in 2019, "I think when you're 20, you feel like, why do people make such a fuss about self-care? What does it matter? And then, I became a grown-up and realized, okay, you can't just be exhausted all the time."
it's all about the healthy lunch. #healthy lifestyle.
She has since developed a better skincare routine and has also started eating healthier. She revealed, "I used to be the type of person who'd get Mexican food and then an entire pizza and be like, oh, whatever. But I wouldn't feel good. It wasn't even satisfying, I think portion control, as crazy obvious as that sounds, has been a life changer for me." In 2018, Emily married actor-producer Sebastian Bear McLeod after just a weeks-long courtship.
It was a really special day.
The whirlwind romance swept the actress off her feet, but it has also kept her grounded. Emily has found that being married has even helped her take better care of herself. She told Birdie, "I used to have serious FOMO. If something was going on, I needed to be there. I wouldn't care how I felt. But I've just gotten to the point where I'm totally okay with being like, okay, tonight I'm gonna be by myself. I'm not going to that extra thing." Revealing that her husband's work involves a lot of late-night events, she says she's okay not attending every single one of them. She told the outlet, "I'm like, you go do your thing. I'm gonna be here taking care of myself, and then tomorrow I will be a better wife because I'll feel rested, Emily's Instagram, of course, features many stunning model shots, but that doesn't mean that she's preoccupied with her looks. It turns out her feed isn't even necessarily a reflection of her real life, but is instead a carefully crafted version of what she wants people to see. Emily told Birdie, "What I always say to people is my Instagram is a curated version of a character. It's not my real life. Hopefully young people understand that. I really tried to bring that home a little bit because it's like, I'm basically making my own magazine, so to speak. I'm curating this world."
Nailed it.
Her Instagram, which boasts over 26 million followers, might seem next level, but rest assured, Emily isn't always all glammed up. She says, "You're definitely not seeing me when I woke up this morning with a fever, sweaty, with my mascara underneath my eyes. No, I'm not posting that." In addition to acting and modeling, Emily also launched her own fashion brand, and she's determined to make a statement whenever and wherever she can. With her clothing line, Inamorata, Emily aims to celebrate all body types. In 2018, promos for her line included both professional and amateur models of all shapes and sizes. She told Elle, "To me, this is what my dream is, seeing all these girls in our bathing suits. My dream is to see girls of all shapes and sizes in the underwear. And that's why the sizing ranges from extra small to extra large. The sizes are really generous." Emily is also using her brand to speak against ageism. In 2019, Inamorata's bodysuit line debuted with a photo shoot that featured models from ages 2 to 70. Emily told Refinery29, "Women can spend their whole lives in a bodysuit. We start wearing bodysuits as babies and can style them well into our 70s. They really are for all women, of every age." Emily has taken a keen interest in politics, using her platform to share her views, but she's still hesitant to put a label on it. She told Marie Claire in 2018, "I struggle with the label of activist because I'm struggling with what activism means. In general, I want a radical left, and I don't see it. I've seen a lot of people, no offense, wearing pink hats and posting it on Instagram and thinking that they've done something good for the world, and I just don't think that's true."
We will regret it forever if we don't take this opportunity to join this movement.
Emily is also a firm believer in the importance of voting, and she wants to see more people engage in the political process. She shared with Office magazine, "In my mind, the way we actually create change is by dedicating our voices and our time and our passion to one important thing at a time, instead of giving just a little bit to everything." Even though life in the limelight means that Emily is often scrutinized, she has learned to do her best to ignore the haters and to stay focused on her career. But she'll likely never be able to escape people critiquing her. She told Fashion magazine, "I always like to say that women in general are always pigeonholed by the way they look, no matter how they look. It's not really about being good-looking. It's a symptom of gender discrimination that women tend to be judged more than men based on their attractiveness."
There's going to be 10 different people telling you that you're beautiful, and then there'll be 2 that are saying you look awful.
Instead of dwelling on what people think of her, Emily would prefer to celebrate how far she's come and focus on the future. She said, "I've learned that the less I care what people think of me, as trite and obvious as this sounds, the more I've succeeded in the personal relationships and in my career. People don't really care about you. They mostly care about themselves and how you make them feel. The more you stop showing them that you're overly concerned with yourself, they like you more."
I'm my own superhero. You are too.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.